Another blind, he says. Let's play a game. Oh, I'm gonna use that for everything then. Oh, dude. He took the camera from me that was recording and gave me back a camera that wasn't.
I do want to put out there, though, that it did seem like there were struggles pre-Sean.
He kept pushing stuff.
That's fair, he was doing that.
It was on manual focus. It wasn't in focus.
I was being a
It was on
cinematography
1/60. You could
genius.
have left that, I guess.
The middle one beat the front one, we'll call it. Dude, Matt. So, I need adult, dude. I need adult. He's in my crotch with this camera over here. While I'm doing this blind, I just see him zoom up from my...
What are we doing, Dan?
We're about to pick the best damn barrel of Ben Holladay that's ever been picked.
What are we currently doing, though?
If we survive the night tonight, because we have sat on tarmac for 2.5 hours today.
We make it?
We did, what, 2.5 hours on, well, maybe 3-ish on airplanes. Get to Kansas after a real bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Almost died. And then, as we get our rental car, the hotel we gotta go to loses power. And Matt sent us a link to a hotel he said he was staying at. That hotel's in Washington. And we're in Missouri. So
we're at a different place to try to get a room for the night.
we're homeless.
Yeah,
But tomorrow we're gonna pick a really cool barrel.
maybe.
I don't know. If somebody lets us sleep somewhere.
We'll see if we
not,
can go get a
Sean's got
room.
a cool bottle, so we just
Yeah.
figured that we'd park in the middle of nowhere and drink the whole thing. So, see you guys tomorrow.
Maybe. Oh, we are on our way to Ben Holladay to start this Missouri trip off. We started off with a not so good run. Our hotel room, as you guys probably saw from the little clip, had no power. Matt had already checked in, and so he was already stuck there. They told us we couldn't give you a room because we have no way to assign you a room. We didn't put one in yet for you guys. We got a short little trip. We're actually in Kansas right now, so we have a short little trip on over to Missouri. Heading over to Ben Holladay. We'll see you guys there.
So, last night was terrifying.
We were definitely driving through a lightning storm.
Tomorrow, there's tornadoes, maybe.
I was assuming there was just going to be a tornado at one point in time, just coming across.
Yeah. The news was on this morning in the lobby, and they're talking about tomorrow's maybe a tornado day.
Ooh, that'll be a new experience for us.
So, just try not to die.
I think that every time I get in the car with you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I haven't died yet, so your odds are pretty high. We're picking from, I believe it's either 8 or 10 barrels today.
All right, light work.
Half of them are wheated. They're wheat mash bill.
Okay.
Half of them are their high rye mash bill.
Love to hear it.
Don't know the ages, but love the options.
Yeah.
I know we're gonna do a tour as well first, so we'll all together learn about Ben Holladay.
It looks pretty as shit. I checked out their website. I'm really hoping to get some cool shots to share with you guys.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This will be. They also have old whiskey, which is wild to me, and we've never been here. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun. There's Matt's Maverick.
No Ryan Alves though.
Ryan, late always, dude. Always late.
Oh.
We call him the latest Ryan we've ever met. That's what we call him.
Is that what you call him?
Yep. I don't know anybody who's later than Ryan.
And then we got this wagon. Okay.
Look who it is.
Yeah. Look who it is. 14 minutes late.
Okay, you said you were super early. You were here 2 minutes early.
Buddy, we were out
I had time to call my phone and text
an hour.
that.
Okay, that's fair.
Show up 14 minutes late with the camera.
Okay, we're not 14 minutes.
What you guys are going to see today, it's all about preservation of the history. We're not trying to be a lot cheaper just to tear down, build new, but again, we want to maintain why we've been here since 1856. We're the oldest operating distillery west of Mississippi from 1856 on that side, and when we wanted to start to kind of bring back that story, but to get people back on site, we stopped distilling on site. We were from 1856 up until 1985. So no, it's absolutely beautiful property on this side too. Like I said, we have room for expansion down the road. Those are the conversations we're kind of having right now. The board's gonna say, hey, are we ready? Or where are we at? We have a lot of room for growth. What's cool down here too, we from an agricultural standpoint too, we fenced in 8 acres and we got 5 head of cattle that we roll through there. We'll feed them our spent mash bill, and then they feed us. Behind you right here as well, the main thing you guys are here for, this is our still house. So the still house, this was actually an established property in 1837, 1839. Site, first building on site, we could say, is the ancient cave. That was actually from 1837. That was the first structure put on site in 1837. The still house itself was actually built in 1839. This was not a distillery. So the still house itself, this was actually a meat processing plant. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are asking, like, who owns you?
Sure.
I was like, what do you mean? Like, who owns you? And I said, my wife owns me, like, back off.
Yeah.
But no, at the end of the day, you know, we are American owned, but we're also privately owned.
Okay.
So, you know, a company our size and what we're doing outside of the bourbon as well, too, we're kind of a unicorn in the business, in the industry. A lot of the time, companies at our side, they've been bought up by the big guys.
Yep.
Probably with the ties here, but maybe foreign interest, different pieces like this. So it's really special to us, especially what we're doing. Like Kyle was saying, there's not a lot of red tape. We're doing it the right way. No cutting corners any way whatsoever. But we're able to get things done a lot quicker. Like concept to bottle happens very quickly. Cool. These are the parts of the distillery. I've been here 11 years almost, and these are the ones that are just like, wow, on those different aspects too. So this is actually our cistern. This is not a live spring itself. This is actually a holding vessel. This was actually built in 1856. So kind of going back a little bit on that side too. So the Holladay brothers, no intention. They came out of Columbia, Kentucky. They were pushing their lines. Ben Holladay, big time entrepreneur, who's into a lot of different things, but his main source of income, his driving force was stagecoaches and logistics. And when they pushed out of Kentucky, he wanted to expand his lines going west. He saw the opportunity to supply the West, and so him and his brother David made their way up here. But they came here based on markings on a map from 1804, which we'll see in just a little bit. But there's an actual spring right behind here. We're on the historical marker. This is Lewis and Clark's marker on there in 1804, and a simple statement saying, great place to water the horses. So when they moved their stagecoaches up here, they stopped in Weston, again, to kind of, you know, relax and get their horses up to par and keep pushing their lines. But when they came on site, Ben and his brother coming out of Kentucky saw the elements that were happening here. They saw the water, you know, that starting component, and they saw the weather. And what his thought process is, great, this could be a great place to make whiskey bourbon on this side. But at the end of the day, what Ben was really seeing as well is he was going to control all the lines going west. So at the end of the day, he was going to monopolize all the lines going west with his own product. So this is the cistern itself. So this is actually fed in. We've got about 7 to 8 springs actually naturally flowing in here. This guy right here is actually 35 feet deep, but it holds 45,000 gallons of natural spring water.
So these are our mash bills, our expressions that we have. We want to kind of show people the actual like makeup of it visually, because a lot of people have a lot of hard times like visualizing what we're talking about. So this is the rye. This is our 15% rye mash bill. This is that original mash bill that Ben Holladay created in 1856. Kyle and we all did a lot of research to make sure that we got it exactly right. So it's going to be that 73% corn, 12% malted barley, and 15% rye. It's gonna make it a lot more spicy. I like to call it a firecracker. This is our soft red wheat. What's really cool about this is that we released this about a year ago, but this is probably our best seller right now. So it's going to be the same exact mash bill, that 73% corn, 12% malted barley, but that 15% is Missouri soft red winter wheat. So another really important historical fact about our distillery, we are DSP Mo number 5. So we are the 5th distillery in Missouri, which is really exciting. Currently 1 through 4 are unclaimed. We're working with bourbon historian Michael Veach to try to figure out if we can move up, try to figure out who those people were, but it's very difficult because during Prohibition, all of those records were destroyed. And then the Missouri Archives had a catastrophic fire, so it's not even like we could go to the Missouri Archives.
We also went through some name changes back in the day as well, up until 1943 as well, so there is a possibility that those other 3 or 4 are us.
Like you said, these are ready to be distilled because they're done.
Yeah, essentially.
Does it hurt them when they're done for too long?
No, so the beauty is that at least at this phase, we've consumed, the yeast has consumed all that sugar and it's converted it up, and we're about 9.5% alcohol, and so not much is going on. You get additional congener development. Your yeast is kind of dying off, and it's releasing other flavor compounds. If you let them sit for weeks, definitely you'd be noticing stuff. We've tested that out before with like our Christmas, because when you start up a brand, you don't know any of this, right? Like what happens as you progress, as you go through, and so we need to test it. And so we actually let one sit over our Christmas time when we normally shut down our boiler and we have time off. And so it sat for a couple weeks. And so we could go through the progression. We could take the samples and run it and see what is going on during this time. So yeah, that gave us confidence that, a day or so is not gonna be an issue, but 2 weeks maybe.
2 weeks may be the issue.
How tall is your still and how many plates do you guys run through?
That's 50 feet tall, 18 inches in diameter. It has 16 stripping trays and 4 rectifying trays.
Okay.
So we're running this 6 days a week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is what we're currently at. And again, it's the thought of, hey, do we need to add more fermenters or a different shift or anything like that? That's still the topic, but right now that's the 6 days a week is kind of our current. So we're 14 barrels a day is where we're at.
Again, this gives for when we do the tours and everything else, we added that more from a marketing side to actually show the total amount of liquid for a barrel. So those cylinders right there is the total amount for the fill on the barrel. Yeah, when those fill up, and then they're going to finish filling on this side. So.
Sometimes they don't fit.
Sometimes they just don't want to go.
And that means you just swing the hammer hard.
Yep.
That's right. You guys ready for this? I guess we don't do this inside, right? It's bad luck.
Sean versus that wasp, who wins?
Sean.
You think so?
Oh man, I'm gonna hit Dan with
I
this.
think it's because he's like pack mule today, so he's jacked.
No,
No?
I just see Sean throwing a bitch fit.
Let's go. Sean's trying to hit me with the drone now. So
We have 3 houses on site. Warehouse A, Rickhouse A is right behind us. That was the first Rickhouse put on site in 1905. That's since been converted over to our executive space. But upstairs, we actually are still bonded, so we might put some projects away upstairs. We haven't done that yet. And then we've got Rickhouse B, which is right behind that. That's a 10,000 barrel warehouse, which we've been putting barrels and filling on that side. And then Warehouse C, 12,000 barrel warehouse on this side. So up to about 22,000 barrels of bourbon here at the Holladay Distillery.
So how many barrels do you guys have right now? You're filling the brick houses.
Yeah, they're
You guys are doing 6 days a week.
Yeah, continuously filling every day.
How many barrels do you guys think you have right now in hand?
I would close on the rotation too. I think we're close to probably up to 20,000 plus.
20,000?
Yeah,
Holy
or 19. I'd have to check. Kyle's got the exact. The crazy thing with Kyle on that side, he knows everything about every single barrel in these rick houses, time, temps, every pull, every note. The analytics that he puts into this is absolutely insane. So again, these houses went up in the late 40s. The C and B.
Amazing.
Feel the cool air.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells
Yeah, I
amazing.
turned the air conditioner on.
Holy shit, does it smell good?
Dirt, stick, and tin, guys. And what's going on? We're on first floor. You get to the 7th floor. From this floor up, you like from 1 to 7, you literally get a 30-degree temperature swing. What's awesome, and what we're talking about, what you guys have seen today, is full transparency, right? You guys are seeing. We're telling you our mash bill broken down to the percent. We're showing you our cooking methods. We're showing, you can taste in the fermentation tanks. You're tasting off the still. Anything and everything. We don't want to hide anything. There's nothing to hide. There's no smoke and mirrors. In today's world, there's just so much out there. And again, I think the more transparency and the more real and more authentic you can be, I think people really, they want that. And that's what we're trying to give the people as well. So, you guys ready to go see what he got pulled? Let's do it. Does that work?
Yeah.
So cool. So cool.
We got some bourbon to taste.
So this is every project that we've done from May of 2022. So the first shelf
Wow.
is bottled bond,
Okay.
every batch. The second is all the Rickhouse proofs off the bottled bonds. So the full proofs and the red label. The third is all the one barrel projects, which you guys are going to be part of today. Continued up on that top left side. And then the center series is our cave series. Those are our experimentals that we'll show you the cave after the selection.
In front of you, you have 10 total samples. So when we do this, everything is blinded. We don't want everyone to find out what exactly. We had people wanting a high floor. They wanted a certain floor. On the stave to your left, that is our Ben Holladay mash bill. That is our original 73% corn, 15% rye, 12% malted barley. Those come from floors 3, 4, and 5 of the Rickhouse you came from, see? And then the ones on your right, those are the soft red wheat mash bill, also coming from that Rickhouse from floors 3, 4, and 5 as well.
Ryan said this first one.
They had to take off the market because it wasn't people cancer.
It's just fucking basic. Dude, it's like bacon fat.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was
It's gonna be good. Has everybody got it narrowed down on the left side?
Yeah.
Look at. I want everybody to know that I started that. Definitely wasn't Ryan asking everybody already.
I think my favorite, or my top 3 are 4, 5.
My favorite was 1, 3, 5.
Oh, this is awesome.
And my favorite one was 5.
I chose barrel 2. I love barrel 2. Barrel 2 is the best barrel.
I'm only voting for barrel number
Well,
1.
it was in your top 3. It was my first one.
Barrel number 5, I put a double X through.
Can I tell you the note on 5 that made me love it?
Let me think.
Okay.
We get in the mind of Daniel.
Okay. Oh, good luck, buddy.
No.
Not many come out.
Dark chocolate, cherry, cola, char heavy.
There's a cola note that I like
Yeah.
a lot.
It's
It's a little funky on the back. I mean, between you and I, we don't need a
Yeah.
third.
Yeah, but our you see the problem right now.
It's
right?
it's inverse from each other. We also have 6 more to go through. You know what I mean?
5.
Same shit, different day.
Different number.
That's the different day part.
Okay, 1 is very, very light, bright, fruity. I think it's a little bit more citrusy. I like the front of the palate a lot more. And 5, I think, is more back end of the palate. Very creamy, very rich. But I like the brightness of 1.
5 and 1 blind. How much are the picks?
For you, $80.
$79.99. They're good.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
All right, glasses have been gone through. Sean's favorite's the top one. Yep, my favorite's the bottom one.
Yeah.
Top one tastes weeded.
Almost.
Yep.
It's very
It's
red
floral.
fruit heavy. It's very sweet, very floral.
It's wide enough that no matter how far you lean, you're in.
That's what she said.
So we just
Don't
have.
put me in the
You're
corner
the
of a
tiebreaker.
wide
Were you? Was Ryan the tiebreaker?
He is. That's why we got a third person in.
back.
Are you
yeah.
kidding me, dude?
I bet you it's
I think it's barrel 1. Or,
Please say it's 5.
It's actually 1.
yeah.
I knew it. It
Those
tastes.
were
It's floral. That's why.
worlds apart.
Yeah, they
I
are.
don't think you could like put 2 next to each other that were farther apart.
Is that the one
than
you liked
1
on
five.
the nose the most?
So that one is floor 5, Rick 1, tier 3, barrel 2579, 123.4 proof on that one.
What was the other one? What was
The other option that you had, that was a third floor barrel.
Okay.
1755. It was a little bit older, but 122.2 proof.
Okay.
So that's
Oh wow. Very
Yeah.
yeah, similar proof points. Of course, all of these, kind of like I mentioned, are all very similar
Sure.
proof points
Okay,
across the
so-
board.
Can we pick 2 rye barrels, 2 of the bourbons that are the rye mash bills? If we can do that, I would love to do 1 and 5.
Yeah, we can do a Denver Sean barrel.
You and I
That's
both
a
like
very
1 and 5. Actually, we just
Yeah, it's
actually
Yeah.
just switched them.
Yeah.
The budget's probably a little different.
Holy moly! Oh yeah, it smells like a cave in here. That's wild. So how many barrels can you fit in here?
There's a cap.
72.
72. Are you aging really specific things in here intentionally? Or are you just aging random things in here, or?
More so the secondary finishes.
Okay.
Ooh, West
Specifically with the still new oak barrels.
Okay.
Everything we're doing essentially still classifies as bourbon. It's
Okay.
not any sort of crazy finish
Sure.
things.
All right, we picked 2 barrels of Ben Holladay rye whiskey.
Dan versus Sean.
Yeah.
This is back to
mine's
the bullet trip.
not even close to how much better it is than yours.
Oh. I picked the special barrel.
Yeah.
I also, I think, picked the oldest barrel in the whole thing, which doesn't help or hurt. And also, what also doesn't hurt is Kyle, the guy who distilled it, the one I picked, aged next to his son's birth barrel. Also, this place was cool as hell, and they were very kind and hospitable.
How big this place is and how new versus old
Yeah.
and everything syncs up.
A lot of
and
history here.
it is a very modern take with a historical background is wild to me.
Very cool.
Very
cool.
Not at all what I expected and pleasantly surprised.
Yep. Huge shout out to Ben Holladay for just literally
us.
hosting us and
Yeah.
having us out for the day. We were gonna go get dinner, but
Thank God.
this was. Somebody did say on the Ben Holladay video when we reviewed that bottle, they're like, "Well, you guys are calling them a craft distillery." Now here's the
Yeah.
thing: they're only doing 15 barrels a day.
14.
So from that perspective,
Craft.
it's craft-esque.
Yeah.
From the rest of it, I agree with the statement.
Yeah.
The scale of the rest of it, not craft.
Gorgeous place. Come out,
Gorgeous.
visit.
Beautiful.
You will not be disappointed.
Cheers to Ben and the holidays and the year 1856. And the bottle that I picked, which is way better. Cheers,
Yeah, I knew
guys.
that was
Love
coming.
you
I was
guys.
waiting for it. I was
Love you.
waiting for it.